What's up, guys? Fast Eddie here, and today we're going to analyze Timothy Issac. So this guy's a fucking retard. He showed up pretty late to the Sting house, has a pretty entertaining interaction with the decoy and with Chris, so let's jump right into it. Look at this guy's walk. Look at his fucking walk. Look at how he's just throwing his hands back like that. Look at that.
It was late at night when he showed up, and he made no bones about what he wanted to do. When he
made no bones. I like
the chat was very explicit.
Where are you at?
Where are you at? So we can see right away why he gets the nickname Super Mario, or the Italian plumber predator. He has the red hat. You can even see right there the mustache. Actually, this guy's face looks straight out of an early Super Mario game, kind of maybe for Nintendo 64, where the 3D graphics were really coming into play. But this guy looks like Super Mario. So yeah, he's got the red shirt. Kind of a fat ass too. This guy's got a beer belly. And the jeans. He just looks like a dad. This guy, I think it was in Ohio or something. He looks like just the average. He looks, I think he has kids, probably 40-something, blue-collar job. So he's your average guy from that area. He looks like your average guy, Deep down, he's something much more sinister.
I have to go change out of my clothes, okay?
Okay.
Just hang out the bar for a second. I'll be right back down. I just have on a jacket and a thermal and a t-shirt and another thermal and 80,000 pounds of clothing.
See, that wasn't that funny. That what Dell said was not. It did not warrant that kind of laughter. Dell just said something about it was the equivalent of whack, and I just whacked my toe on the banister. But whatever she said, it wasn't funny. What he was doing there is he was just releasing the tension. So he must be pretty nervous walking into the house. He's never met with the decoy before. And anytime you're meeting someone for the first time, whether you know them or, even if it's like a second date or something, you're going to be nervous. There's always going to be some awkwardness to the encounter. So he walked into the house for the first time with all this nervousness and this anxiety. So when he laughs like that, he's breaking that tension. He's doing that because it's breaking the tension. See, look at that laugh.
It's a little late to be prowling around these parts, huh?
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, isn't it? That's one of the best responses to hits. Yeah, it is, isn't it? Let's see that again.
Around these parts, huh?
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Seat right over here for me.
All right,
Right
thanks.
there on the stool.
Thanks. He's polite. He
What's
says
happening?
thanks.
Not a whole lot. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Not bad.
What are you up to tonight?
And right there you could tell. I mean, he looks pretty calm. He looks pretty calm given the situation. So this guy's someone who could handle stress pretty well. You can tell he knows how to maintain composure. He didn't jolt. He didn't really jump. I mean, granted, it's late. I think it's like 2 a.m. or something right now during the sting. But yeah, he accepts Chris and doesn't really get too jolted.
Not a whole lot.
Yeah, not a whole lot. Anytime, if anyone ever asks you what you're doing and you say not a whole lot, you need to ask yourself what you're actually doing. It seems like that doesn't really mean not a whole lot whenever a lot of people respond it that way.
What are you doing here?
A friend asked me to come over.
See, so one other thing, look at this guy's fucking mustache. This John Waters fucking mustache. I mean, I think that when you're older women like mustaches, but yeah, it's just, I don't even these guys who show up to meet the decoy with these fucking mustaches, these dads, these old guys with mustaches. It's like, come on, you could be the fucking decoy's dad. You need to fuck off.
A friend. And who's that friend?
Yeah, a friend.
A girl.
A girl. What's the girl's name?
I'm not sure.
She's a good liar too. He's a good liar.
How about Sadie? Does that sound familiar?
Well, yeah, that's what she said.
Oh yeah, that's what she said. Oh, now I remember. Yeah, a lot of these guys have amnesia. They have temporary amnesia when they encounter Chris.
Yeah. And how old is Sadie?
18.
18.
Mm-hmm. That's what she said on the
18.
phone.
That's
Oh,
what
on
she
the
said
phone.
on the phone?
Yeah.
What did she say on the internet?
She said 15 or 16, but I said, no, you got to be 18.
Okay, so someone let's consider this. So someone tells you something, right? She says that she's 15, and then Timothy Isaac says, no, you got to be 18. So therefore she's 18, right? So I guess when this fucking idiot is speeding, right? When he's speeding and the cop pulls him over and says, "Do you know how fast you're going?" He says, "Yeah, I was going 55." And the cop goes, no, you were going 70. Then Timothy Isaac would go, no. When I go on this road, I go 55. And then the cop fucking walks away. Oh, I didn't know that, sir. Thank you for clearing that up. This guy's a fucking retard.
Really?
Yeah.
Now, do you want to rethink that and tell the truth this time, or do you want to stick with that story?
Well, kind of figured something was going on.
See, he didn't answer, but he did answer. You know, even that smile. There's nothing funny about this situation. There's nothing funny, and yet here he is fucking smirking. He's smirking. So he already knows that he's full of shit. So let's see that again.
This time, or do you want to stick with that story?
Well, kind of figured something was going on.
You did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was a big lie about the 18 thing that you just said.
Well, I don't remember. I was talking to quite a few people.
Oh, that excuse. You were talking to a few people. That's a common one. We've seen a lot of predators. One of the Indian guys in Petaluma says that there were a lot of people at my house. No, and that's just bullshit. You would for sure know before meeting someone, before going to their house. You would not only know their name, you would know their age. You would be thinking about, certain lines that they had text you or lines that you had text them. So that's I'm not even going to address why that's a lie. We all fucking know that's a lie.
It's almost 2:30 in the morning. How far did you travel tonight to be?
Do you say 2:30? That's fucking early.
2:30 in the morning. How
Yeah,
far did you
2:30.
travel?
So if you show up to someone's house at 2:30 in the morning, like, you're just trying to fuck. That's really fucking late. So think if you go to someone's house, you walk in, you'd probably have some small talk for a little bit. No one just, I don't know, maybe people do, but I can't imagine people who talk about hooking up just immediately fuck as soon as the person gets there. So they'd probably have to talk, maybe have a drink or something. So Timothy Isaac, since he got to the house at 2:30, if it would have been an actual female, they probably wouldn't have gotten to do anything until what, like 2:40, the earliest, and that's really early to start. This guy's ridiculous.
Tonight to be here.
I came from Columbus.
Columbus.
Columbus,
What did
Columbus,
that take you
Ohio.
to get down here from Columbus?
I don't know, probably a couple hours.
A couple hours.
Okay, so he left at midnight to embark on this mission.
That's a long ride
Yeah, it is.
at this time of night.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
What makes a man get in a car and drive 2 hours?
Oh, you know. Don't say you don't know. You fucking know. You know exactly what makes a man get in a car and drive 2 hours.
Just somebody wanted to meet me, and I want to meet them, I guess.
How old are you?
I'm 42.
You're 42.
Mhm.
Yeah, so he definitely could be the decoy's father. That's fucked up.
I mean, I'm not looking for. To like.
Okay, and that's actually good. I'm gonna give him some credit here. That is a strategic way to articulate that you do not condone the behavior that you were going to do. So in doing that, he's showing disgust for men who are his age who attempt to fuck decoys, who attempt to fuck minors, like he's doing. So we as the audience identify with that because, yeah, of course. I mean, we are disgusted. I'm disgusted by that, and I imagine you are too. So he's trying to be one of us. He's trying to be one of us, showing that he's disgusted with that behavior as well, even though he's indulging in it. So let's see this fucking retard smile.
I'm 42.
You're 42.
Mhm. I'm not looking for. To like,
Ew.
do anything or anything.
What made you think it was okay at 42 years old to walk into a home at roughly 2:30 in the morning where a 15-year-old girl was apparently home alone.
Well, I wasn't for sure if she was 15 or not, to be
Oh,
honest.
that's what she said.
Yeah, I mean, there's no way that we could prove that, but I'm glad that he's at least acknowledging that that's what she said, right? So I think from as of right now in the interaction, he has jettisoned the position that she told him she was 18 over the phone. So I think at least he's acknowledging the whole 15-year-old thing.
On the internet. Are you still a virgin?
Yeah, haha.
Stupid question for an older man to ask.
Yeah, that is a stupid question. The only time that a 42-year-old should ever ask a 15-year-old if they're a virgin is, if it's your daughter or something and you just want to have you're talking to her about that kind of stuff, or if you're a doctor. Other than that, you basically have no fucking business to ever inquire about a minor's sexual history or sexual proclivity or any of it.
She says, well, I'm not telling anyone if you won't.
Yeah, of
My mom
course.
would have a freaking cow. Well, don't
Don't have a cow, man. Yeah, your mom would call Bart Simpson. They'd have a cow together.
worry, it's our secret. Well, I can come over there. Is the parents gone? Again, you say, you got to promise me you're not like 5-0.
You gotta promise me you're not like 5-0. And it's so funny. These guys have such a fucking confirmation bias. They want to believe. It's like they're like, these guys are like Mulder from X-Files. They want to believe. They want to think that the decoy is real, that she's selected them for sex, that even though this guy's fucking 42, he still got it. So, of course, these guys always, as soon as the decoy says, "What are you talking about? I'm not a cop. What's perverted justice?" Then these guys immediately fall for it.
That's the police,
Right.
right? Okay.
5-0.
I don't want to get locked up.
Looks like I'm going to.
See right there. So that's good. So he just said, "Looks like I'm going to." So he just admitted guilt. You wouldn't get locked up for not doing anything. The only people who get locked up, the only people who acknowledge and say, "Looks like I'm getting locked up," would be a guilty person.
And me sucking your little sweet spot.
That's fucking sick. Come on, dude.
Just being stupid.
And why is he laughing? That's not funny. I understand, laughing to diffuse an awkward situation, but it's not.
Just being stupid.
For us to laugh, it's different. We're laughing at his retarded ass, but for him to laugh about it is fucked up.
I want to taste you for real.
Yeah, so you're just shaking his head, exactly. Just shake your head.
God.
Yeah, see, and that's it. Regret. That's the way that it is. Things just happen. Things happen. It's like one minute you're driving your car. You're texting while you're driving. You look up and then bam, you could be in an accident, and then you would regret that you looked at your phone. You go, fuck, why did I have to check? And it could be something stupid. Your friend texts you a meme or some shit, and then you check the meme while you're driving, and then boom, your car is fucking wrecked. In an instant, your life can change in this world, and that's what happened to this guy. So you always got to be vigilant.
But baby, 15 can get me 20.
Yeah, okay, it probably will.
So this guy's just ridiculous. And that's something that I've heard. I grew up here in California, and that's I think it's just probably something. It's probably more through media. It's kind of like a popular term in media. To say 15 gets you 20, and it's true. I'm not sure if it is. I'm not sure if the crime would give you a 20-year sentence, but the heart of that quote, what that quote is getting at is, if you do this, then you will go to jail. So even he knows what he's doing. He knew exactly what he was doing. He knew the risks to this gamble, and he rolled the dice anyways. and
During
you
the
lost.
chat, he acknowledges that visiting this 15-year-old girl is wrong. He
Yeah.
even jokes at one point, 15 will get me 20. In other words, if I get convicted of being with you, I could face 20 years in prison.
Thank you for that explanation, Chris. Thank you for explaining that to the less hip people in America.
Am I under arrest, sir?
See, that's good. Some of these guys don't even ask, at this point. And I wonder what Isaac is thinking at this point. Because he didn't accuse Chris. Some of these guys just ask outright, are you law enforcement? So this guy didn't ask Chris if he was law enforcement. I think that he knows he's going to get arrested, but I also think that he thinks Chris Hansen is not a cop. So I don't know what he thinks Hansen is. I don't know what kind of role. People play roles. I don't know what kind of role he thinks Chris Hansen is playing. But I think that he understands the gravity of the situation, even though he necessarily doesn't think that Chris is 5-0, as he would say.
You're not under arrest? No, not now as we speak.
Okay.
That's good. That's that's probably the best answer you could give. It reinforces Chris in being a superior position over these guys, that he has knowledge that they don't have, while also being transparent, because Chris isn't a police officer. And he's also being honest because he's not arrested right now. He's not under arrest now, even though, as we will see, he will be very shortly.
Thank you.
I'm Chris Hansen with Dateline NBC.
Yep.
And we're doing a story on adults who try to meet teens
Look
on
at
the
this.
internet.
There we
Now, if
go.
there's something else you'd like to tell
He
us,
stands up.
we'd like to hear it. If not, obviously, you're free to leave.
Look at his hands. He puts his hands. What the fuck is he getting back there? What is in your back pocket?
Thank you.
You just checking your wallet. I do that too. Like if I'm like I was having pizza yesterday, and before we left, because I was wearing these baggy shorts, I checked my wallet. So maybe he's just checking his wallet just to make sure it's all there. You don't want to leave your wallet at the Sting House or your keys.
Lewis, come on, I'm gonna read your eyes, okay?
Okay.
Oh fuck! I was hoping we'd get to see the tackle. No, we just start right there. So he's on the ground. His rights are being read to him, his Miranda rights. And oftentimes detectives will read Miranda rights directly from a card, just to ensure that everything is read verbatim as appears from the Miranda ruling. Which is, you have the right to remain silent, you have the right to an attorney if you can't afford one, blah blah blah.
Right to remain silent. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Anything
Well, at least he says sir. He's agreeable, he's going along with the program. He's not really being defiant.
you say can will be used against you in court of law.
Look at this guy. Okay, so let's see. Timothy Isaac was sentenced to 8 months in prison. That's a little bit less of a sentence than I'd like. I think the sentence I'd like would probably be more around a year. I just did a video for Sebastian Rodriguez and David Mahek, and Sebastian Rodriguez got like fucking 3 months or something, so he hardly got any time, which is disgusting because Sebastian Rodriguez was planning something much more sinister. But laws are pretty lax in California, and I was in California. So yeah, I like Ohio's sentencing in this instance a little more. I think that 8 months is a more just sentence for the kind of shit that these guys were trying to do. Yep. All right, guys. Till next time.